Hello everybody, StockMasterTalk here doing a stock chart video analysis for PSID, that's the PositiveID Corporation. Our last trading day was Wednesday, November 18th. We saw a previous close of 0.0221 and we closed up last at 0.0248. That's an increase of 12.22% on a volume of 2,919,645 shares. Now PSID, if you haven't been following it, has been incredibly active lately. News-wise, they've been putting out a lot of information. We got some awesome things going on for them, having an acquisition recently. That technology has allowed them to really further their own progress here. So as far as our charts go, stock prices and everything like that, we had a little bit of a rough week, but we seem to have found the bottom here, bouncing off of the bottom Bollinger Band, making it that strong 12% jump. So that has me excited. A little optimistic too going forward here. Everything looking like it's geared up for a nice good move over the next coming week. So let's get started. 14-day RSI is at 42.71. We are bouncing up, like I said, moving up towards that 50. Love to see that crossover. As soon as we get up above that 50, that 70, that crossover right there is considered entering the buy zone. So it's going to be showing us a really bullish movement here. PSID looking pretty good down here on the dailies. Now we did see a little bit of volume coming up here. We lost quite a bit there over the last week, but we are starting to get some more here. Had some nice volume so far. And as we move forward here, looks like we have our bottom Bollinger Band, which we're bouncing off of, and got familiar with those. As soon as it touches it, it kind of bounces back down, hits the bottom, it's just, like it's like a rubber band. So keep your eyes on that stuff there. I am still pretty excited to see our SAR where it's at right there, not too bad. And we are moving forward, like to see that switch underneath. MACD line not looking too bad either. Looks like we're starting to level out here as well. So histogram, you can see that's measuring the distance between the signal line and the MACD line itself. And as we start to move back up towards that zero line, it's letting us know that we're headed for a crossover. So that's a big buy signal as well. Tricks line here, we did pass underneath the signal line there. If you caught this right before it's dipped underneath right there, you see that little crossover. You can see that that's kind of a big signal there. So the tricks line is very nice, nice and reliable. It's kind of a foreshadowing there. You can see that we are still heading down. This is a laggy indicator, however, so we're going to see this movement change tomorrow when the stocks update on this 12% movement that we had today. So I'm expecting a nice change in direction if everything holds out. And as that goes on down here long term, if you're thinking long term, we are right up against the signal line right now, headed for a crossover. But after today, I think we're going to make a strong bounce off of that. Moving on down to the slow stochastics. Looking phenomenal. Hit our bottom. We're bouncing back up above that signal line. Very strong, nice and bullish movement. Headed up towards that good buy zone. Looking bullish there. CCI also did something similar. We finally came down and consolidated after that big run we had a few weeks ago. And now as we come up off of that, we're going to start moving upwards some more. So crossing above that negative 100 is going to look really great for us. Same thing with the stochastic RSI. See what I mean here? Everything's starting to line back up again. We've hit that bottom and we're starting to make some recovery here. So stochastic RSI came up above that bottom line there, crossed above the 0.2. It's currently at 0.34. Now the big thing about the stochastic is that it moves a lot. You can tell it's very volatile. So we put this 14-day moving average here to kind of even everything out. And as we see this changing direction right there where it's at, that's a strong buy signal. So not only do you have to look over for big crossovers like that middle bar or signal line bar, stuff like that, but you also need to keep an eye out for a change in direction. If you want to catch it ahead, you can't catch it after it's already crossed over. You need to catch it right before. So sometimes when you guys are looking at these indicators and you see a change in direction coming, that's a very strong indication that you're going to start seeing some positive movement here, or the negative movement if you are forecasting in that direction. So the check and money flow here, I love this. This is looking great. So we had this really bad run back here several months ago, just trading very negatively underneath that zero line, and it's really started to even out here. You can see it's just making less and less of a jump underneath. It keeps happening, but as you can see, it just gets less and less. Now, as you can tell, that is the definition of the trend beyond moving upwards here. So I'd like to see over the next week or two some more positive movement and see some sustained growth above that above that zero line. So moving on down to the ADX line here, we finally did cross underneath that negative ZI, so it is signaling a downtrend. However, it's only at 18.43 for the ADX line itself, so while it's just not entirely relevant yet, it just doesn't have enough information, enough strength behind it to really solidify that negative trend. But let's say it is negative, and let's say we are in a downtrend right now. You can see it's changing direction. Like I said, those two are very close together. It's not going to take long for them to cross back over each other. So keep your eyes on that. PVO down here, we just came down and touched that signal line there. I expect this is going to be another one of those lagging things where we see this kind of catch back up over the next day or two. Down here on the money flow index, also looking great. Love this, how we came down to a bottom. And if you guys were able to buy today and make some accumulation, it's going to look great tomorrow and over the rest of the week, I think. As we bounce off this and move up towards that 20, we're going to see some more growth. Definitely, like everything I said, some big accumulation going here. So down here, I want to skip over accumulation distribution, but onto on-balance volume. You can see we did lose some there, but we came back up and bounced up. And I'm actually not going to ignore it too much. You can see we are tipped up on both of these. So accumulation's on the rise, volume's been great, and PSID just making all kinds of announcements. So go check them out on just across some websites there. Look at the news. Got some good stuff coming our way. If you guys have any questions, want to leave some information in the comments below for me, let me know. I hope you enjoyed the stock chart video, and hope to see you guys again soon. Good luck out there.